Trắng trắng rong ná.
Japan siap, alai Japan ấy, riêng máu.
That one lychee. Mau này trong đá muốn sợi nó hạt nát đây.
Rốt mình ruột chọn sná ôn frey
Bé và dung đi cũng mấy. Mà xoài áo mờ cái xí vậy không? Kết mà năng nghiệm mà hiện hiện. Bài yến này toàn như hả?
Mình lên lại chúng ta cà phê hay cái lộn cà phê này Hawaii Halatree and the Kona coffee.
Standing at the farm. My boss is John and Danielle. They bought this farm over about 10 years ago, and their ownership of it, it used to be an old Japanese plantation. So the coffee that's planted here is over 100 years old.
Oh.
Yeah. These are my 5-year-olds in the front, but the ones in the back are the ones that have a bit more age on them.
Oh, okay.
We have 2 locations for our farm. This one here is 6 acres, and then we have another location down south of here, and that one is 40 acres. So in total, we're working with about 46 acres of planted coffee that we own, and then we also manage about 60 acres of other people's farms. So we're busy. This time of year, we're not in our harvest season anymore. We're in our slow season, so we're daydreaming about going to the beach and taking vacations. But slow season this time of year, a lot of the work that we're doing is mostly maintaining the farm. A lot of that includes weed management. So you can see kind of up here that this terrain is not the most inviting. So it all has to be done by hand with weed whackers. It's really hard to get machinery into these older fields like this for obvious reasons. So a lot of our energy goes towards weed management. Up until 2022, we were certified organic, but we have an increasing number of diseases coming to island. That is, we still plan to avoid herbicides, so we'll continue with the hand weed whack. Then we do have a lot of diseases, like I mentioned. So one of the main ones that we're dealing with, and what actually prevented us from moving forward with organic, is called coffee leaf rot. burn spots on the backside. This is a fungus that attacks the trees. It causes defoliation, and if it goes untreated, it will kill the whole tree. So we had that come to us in 2020 in Hawaii here, so it was a bad year for a lot of things. And we've been doing organic treatments for it up until last year. It got expensive, it wasn't very Rust, we're treating for a beetle. We do have a little bit of cherries on the trees here. They're really small though at this point. So these are actually flowers. They'll open up in a couple of days. When they open up, they become pollinated. They kind of dry up, and then all of these guys right here are going to be little bunches of cherries. We will start our harvest season in about July. And we trail off about December, January. But the reason it takes such a long period of time is because it turns red at different times. And so we have to go through and hand pick the red ones only. And we do multiple rounds like that. It really helps preserve the quality of the coffee when we do it like that. And then it also, it preserves the quality. That's the main reason for it. The green coffee also doesn't process the same, so a lot of it will go to waste if it's not ripe enough. So after the harvest season finishes up in about so the yield starts. So from the time that we cut it down until we prune it, these little guys right here will take about 2 years before they'll start to produce again. And we'll get about 3 years of harvest off of it before we have to go through and chop them down again. And that's how they get to looking like this over the course of the century on the trees when we prune them. The younger ones, like you can see that one there, we just cut it down completely. These older ones need a little bit more gentle approach to it. If we cut it all down, they might not come back. Yeah. So we keep rotation on the same stump for the life cycle. So we have a 1-year-old, 2-year-old, 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 5-year-old. So that way the same tree is always producing, and there's always a bit of energy that's giving it life instead of just packing it down. So pruning season is right after our picking season, and then we kind of come full circle to this kind of slow season. But it was brought to Hawaii almost 200 years ago. So since it's been here, it was actually brought over by whalers and planted as an ornamental. So it never even produced like when they first planted it in Oahu. They put it up. We have all of these other fruiting trees that we use for personal use. We don't sell them, but if you find them and you want to eat them on your own for free, feel free to. That one there is called ulu. It's a Hawaiian breadfruit. So the ones that are kind of turning from the bright green to like the brownish on the outside, those are starting to become more ripe. This is a lychee. Oh,
That one lychee.
Exactly same. The lychee is the brown one, right?
Bao nhiêu mà?
Yeah, I might be able to macadamia nut.
Nó ngắn nát đây.
Using my ice cream.
Dạ, ice cream. Dạ. Oh.
And if you let them ripen up, they get nice and soft. They have a bit more sweetness once they ripen.
Yeah.
Find a couple here that's just a little bit. So these are things that we have to treat for. This is the beetle. So this is our arch nemesis here. This is what we call a CBB. Super tiny.
Đó, làm chạy về xì đấy.
My grandparents, they have a tree, but you know, it's short like that. Yeah. It's for the big one.
Oh yes. Yeah, that's awesome.
មកភ្នែកឲ្យបានដឹងផង
So this is native Canadian. Actually, I had to write it down here, but it has all of the roots that come down from it, and when they touch the ground, they stabilize, and that's how it spreads like a banyan. But the Valhalla tree is commonly used for different types of weaving. So they'll take the prongs and they'll cut them up into little strips, and then they will make hats and jewelry and baskets.
Okay, I see.
Oh, I want a hat so bad, but they're so expensive.
Yeah.
So I'll have to make it myself.
And what do you call this one?
These are monstera.
Monstera.
Yes. They are kind of invasive if you can't see. At this point, the fruit goes on the opposite way, where the coffee bean comes in this way towards us into these black fermentation tanks. At this point, we do one of 3 different types of processing. The most common worldwide is called a wash process, because when we take the coffee bean out of the cherry, it's really, really slimy. It has a whole bunch of natural sugar on it, and the most common way to process it is to remove that sugar. And the way that we do that is by soaking it in water for about 12 to 18 hours. The reason it's the most common though is because farms that are working with hundreds of metric tons of coffee can't put the same attention towards the drying process, and that sugar will make it more susceptible to harm. So removing it is a way for farmers to maintain. We're middle-sized though, so we can put the same amount of attention towards other types of processing. So we do the wash. We also do what we call a honey process, which is where we leave all the natural sugar on it, and then when we roast it, it kind of caramelizes it and makes it sweet. And then the third type that we do is called natural, and that's where we take it directly from the tree inside of the red cherry, and we dry it with the fruit on the outside. So this one is completely different. It has almost like a wine berry flavor to it. So we have those 3 different processes that will make the same coffee taste good. All of it then go onto the drying deck area over here. This is called a hoshidana. It's a very traditional way of processing coffee. It has a couple of things in there that we're using to dry tea on right now because we're in the off season. But normally it goes right onto the floor and we rake it in the sun until it dries. Our other location where we have our larger processing facility now, we have the same hoshidana, but we also run dryers because we run out of room on the deck really quickly. And then it also helps us maintain consistency that way because it can take 1 to 3 weeks to dry on the deck, and in the dryers it takes 1 to 3 days. So that way it's not susceptible to the elements and things like that. I hear a rain though, so we can go into the visitor center here and have a seat.
What is this one?
This one is actually a lime.
Lime?
Yeah.
I see the fruit, but it looks like not the lime to me.
So interesting enough, it's a variety that turns
Lime, yeah.
They might be a little old, but you're welcome to take them.
You see one. I want to see it.
From red, we take it to our processing facility where we get it removed. This is our other location. So that machine over there can do about 500 pounds an hour. This one does about 5,000 pounds an hour. So it's a lot more accommodating to what we're working with nowadays. And then you get your coffee bean on the inside.
Oh, okay.
And this is the stage that we either wash it, leave it as honey, or we put it as natural. And then we dry it afterwards. So then when you get to the drying deck, this is our dryer next to a very younger, skinnier me. And that you get your washed honey and your natural out of it, just like that. So feel free to look through this at your own pace. But this is the stage that we dry the coffee and we store the coffee. This is coffee. Coffee. I think you're having a coffee. Okay. Oh, okay. So if you take it and you squeeze it, you can take off this little layer on the outside. And this is what we actually call the rounder. So what this is it's actually a mutation that happens on the tree where the bean doesn't split off into 2 seeds and it just grows into 1. So it's a lot more dense. And what happens is that when we roast it, it causes it to take a longer period of time to reach the same temperature. So there's a lot more complexity in the flavor. It also has more because the energy So the first one here, that Native Hawaiians would use to treat respiratory issues that they would get from the volcano. So it's a very good natural antihistamine. It is very good to help regulate blood pressure. And it's also caffeine free, so you can drink it all day.
You can taste a little bit here.
This one is a little bit more traditional. And it's actually comes out quite dark when we cook it and we harvest it. It turns your hands purple.
I think this one better than the first one.
Oh, thank you.
Sounds better? You like that? That one has a caffeine. You don't like caffeine.
And I have one more sweet treat for you guys before we go on to you don't have to get them filled up all the way by any means. It's $12 to try 3 options. You can choose any 3 out of our menu. If you don't want to do all 3, you can do individual on their $5. But I will hand you guys some menus here, and I'll walk you through it so don't feel too overwhelmed. No worries. Well, and if you, yeah, no worries. So, on the menu here, everything that you see on the left-hand side is all the Kona typica. And then, left-hand side including the pea berry. This is all Kona typica. We have pea berry, medium, black and tan, and dark roast. These are done in the traditional wash process. So if you're looking for traditional Kona, I recommend one of these 4, depending on your preference of roast. But I tell people to do the pea berry because I have these 3 downstairs for free. I have medium and dark honey. That is going to be the one that leaves all the natural sugars on it, so it's a little bit sweeter, it's a little bit smoother. The natural is going to be probably the most different because it's dried inside of that fruit. Pea berry is part of our traditional Kona, but it does have a bit more of a full body pea berry. Red bourbon is our Ethiopian variety that we grow, done in a wash. SL28 is our Kenyan variety. We have it as a light and an espresso roast. We have our geisha, which is from Panama. And then we have our micro batch, which is our SL28 Chateau right now. So we do yeast inoculation coffees, where we ferment it with different kinds of wine yeast in order to bring out different flavors and sugars. And on the back side here too, we have decaf for the crazy people. We could try the one downstairs. Okay, no problem, guys.
Cái trong đá người xài gì Okay. Wait. Okay.
Hai đi nha. Bao mà lên là chỉ ca cà phê, mít thì đam cà phê, anh này một
Bên cà phê miền Nam, vai miền Nam cả lên. Phải ui mà phải đó làครับเนี่ยมันตัดเมตตาพัดแมนหายโปรดตัดเมตตา
ស្លាមកពេញក្នុងដេញមកក៏ថាមកអត់មានស្លាស្លាមកពេញក្នុងដេញមកក៏ថាមកអត់មានស្លា
ស្លាលាក់ត្រង់ណាសូមកែវជីវ៉ាបងហាញគេផងបាត់មែនហើយបងហាញគេផង
Natalie eat banana?
Banana, the orange, the way to
Con nợt amber. Con nợt amber. Con semua ai, con mua ai. Con Henry. Natalie amber? No. Serve alcohol.